Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to my second opinion slash review for The Dark Knight Rises, which I finally got to see again yesterday night. And yeah, this was my most anticipated movie this year. It was totally was. I mean, it was miles away from everything, even the Avengers. Like, this was still my number one most anticipated movie because if you do not know, which you should know, The Dark Knight is in my top 3 favorite films of all time, and it's a Batman movie. That's actually legitimately a classic. Like, it's just a classic movie. Not a classic superhero movie, it definitely is. It's the best one of all time, in my opinion. But it's just a classic movie. Just an amazing, fantastic, well-told, excellently acted, just exciting movie. Just a fantastic, groundbreaking comic book movie with so much realism and heart. I love that movie. And this was my most anticipated movie, The Dark Knight Rises. I know there's other movies out there besides the Avengers, like Hobbit, Hunger Games, Twilight. Twilight. I don't understand Twilight. I don't understand the appeal. But that's plenty of people out there. So, yeah, I mean, you know what Twilight should end on. If Twilight ends like this, I will congratulate it, because Bella is the worst character of all time, and if it just happens to be a movie about her, I don't know, being dumb as fuck and just running out into like a highway and getting ran over by 500 cars, and just freaking Jacob guy and freaking douchebag Edward or whatever the hell, just look at her dead, like, just mushed up, destroyed body, guts everywhere. Like, it just goes insane. If she's just dead everywhere, the freaking highway's covered in her guts and shit, and her face is just mushed together. The only time she ever showed emotion is when her face is just mushed and mashed and just thrown everywhere, and her like arm is on a tree or something. It's just pandemonium. And they just look at this and they just start making out. If that happened, best movie series of all time. If they like, of course, Jacob in his contract has to be like, he takes off his shirt, and Edward has to look all gay and stuff, and they just make out, and they go below the camera, credits, there you go. Anyway, Dark Knight. Dark Knight Rises. This is my second review slash opinion. Let's get back into that. I wanted to talk about some more things in The Dark Knight, of course, like I did with the Avengers when that first came out. I did a second review slash opinion of it. And you know what? Let's get straight into it. I'm not going to explain the story or just go real in depth with it again, because I already did it before. I don't want to repeat myself. So, you know what? Second time, it really clicked. It really clicked in my brain how amazing this movie is. It really is an absolutely epic, fantastic, not groundbreaking, I'm sorry, because the second one's groundbreaking. You can't keep breaking ground. There's not enough ground to break. It's such an incredible, emotional, epic masterpiece. And the ending, some people are going to hate the ending, but I love it. I mean, I really do. I love how they presented that little twist at the end. Some people saw it coming, but me, I was more like, it might happen. I don't know. It might happen. I hope it kind of happens. I hope they do a good job, and they did it fantastically, in my opinion. And of course, I'm talking about Chris Nolan and John Nolan, I think that's his brother's name, who wrote the script. I think David S. Goyer also wrote it. I'm not really sure. I know he co-wrote the second and the first ones. Actually, I'm not completely sure, but whatever. Anyway, so I just love the ending. I love how they presented that. I'm trying to be as spoiler-free as I can, but I'm going to put light spoilers in the title just in case, so I don't get, raped in the comments, pretty much. And I just love how they presented everything, like how Batman, of course, it's the rise, the fall, and rise again of Batman, pretty much. It's just like that standard documentary style where they show the rise and fall and rise again of a rock star or something like that. It's the same thing with Batman. It's more like fall, rise for him, because he's, in the beginning he's just weak, he has a hurt leg, he doesn't do anything, he's still sad about what happened in the second movie, and then he comes back, he rises, he beats up some guys, he whoops some ass, he looks all cool and stuff, then he falls again because Bane beats he whoops his ass, and then he comes back and fights off Bane, and if he wins, if he loses, I don't know, who knows. So I don't know. I saw it twice. I don't know. How amazing this movie is, I blanked the last 30 minutes out because it was so good. I actually went into an awesome coma. It was so awesome. and just gone for the next 30 minutes. I woke up, credits. I was like, damn it. I don't know how the ending was great if I didn't see it, but I'm just gonna say it was, because the whole movie before that was great. So anyway, I'm getting off track again. It was just so good. It was so well put together. I mean, everything was great, and I noticed this time how good of the villain Bane is, really. I mean, Tom Hardy does an amazing job, and this time I really noticed how cool that speech was, where, alright, I don't want to spoil it again. There's a speech in the middle of the movie where things aren't looking too good for Gotham and Batman, and he's making this speech in front of like this prison, and I love that speech. And I actually really like his voice. He has a very, like, you know, definitely not, it doesn't really match his, you know, his physicality, but it matches the way he acts. You know, he just has that very posh kind of sound with a little Sean Connery, and I really like that. I really do. I like his voice, and Tom Hardy just does a great job in it. He's very, very, very villainous. He's very scary. Every time you see him on the screen, him holding his little vest like that, you're like, oh man, shit's about to get down, and it does. And the action is just so well shot too, with Bane and Batman just getting it on. Like, there's twice where, I mean, 2 times when they just fight each other, and it's so well choreographed and so well done. It's just great. I really do think it's good. Dog barking in the background. And yeah, just love the fight scenes. I love Bane as a villain. He's very, very just meticulous and just cruel to people. There's a whole part where he just takes a henchman and he just chokes him for a little bit and he dies. That's it. He just chokes him for like 3 seconds and he dies right there. And I'm like, damn, you don't want to screw with this guy. And I love him as a villain. And of course, the whole breakdown of Bruce Wayne / Batman, oh spoiler, Batman's psyche is just great. It really is. I love this movie. And there's one thing I did not mention in my other review, is how great Anne Hathaway is as Batman, yeah, as Catwoman. She is absolutely fantastic as Catwoman. Every time Batman / Bruce Wayne, spoiler, and Selena Kyle / Catwoman, spoiler, are on screen together, there's a lot of chemistry, and it really, really works, and I love that about the movie. Also, one thing about the ending I really like, and this isn't just me saying the ending is awesome again, it's more like me saying how they transition into that ending, like the Dark Knight Rises font, and it's like, oh, it's over, and then credits. That's an awesome transition. It just gets you pumped for the next one, and you're just like, oh wait, this is not going to be a next one. Shit. So yeah, the acting is amazing still. The action is great when it gets to it. I mean, sure, there's a lot of talking here and there, but to be honest, that really builds character to some of these new characters, like Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character, and of course Anne Hathaway's character, and some other new characters like what the hell's her name? Oh god, I keep forgetting. Oh, Marion Cotillard's character. I said that right. Even some well-established characters before you still get to know a little bit more about them, like Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine, especially Michael Caine. He's so good in this movie. Every time he's on the screen, it makes me almost want to cry. Especially that last scene. Oh god. And again, light spoilers, so don't give me shit. And just other characters, like of course Christian Bale's Batman, Bruce Wayne, spoiler, he does a great job and I love it. And yeah, it's just the acting, the action, the epicness is off the hook. And it's a long movie, but again, I saw it again and it just went by quick. Even I went to go and bring my family with me because I was like, you're going to go see this fucking movie with me. And they're like, damn, that went by quick. I'm like, I know, right? Total Recall did it? No, it didn't. It was a fun movie, but that definitely went a little slower than this one did. So people are playing a video in the background. So you know what? I'm just going to end this video by saying Dark Knight Rises is easily my favorite movie this year. I'm sorry, not easily. It is my favorite movie this year so far, though. Maybe The Hobbit will be better. Maybe something else. I don't know. Some Oscar movies coming out. I'm not sure. But to be honest, I think this could be into the top 5 or top 10 picks for the Oscars. I'm not sure. I think they were going back to 5 picks for the Best Picture Oscar. I'm not completely sure, but even in the top 5, it should be there. Even if it gets nominated, that would be an incredible feat for comic book movies. It really would. I mean, I know Inception got nominated, and it's getting pretty much the same reviews as Inception did, so maybe this year we'll get a Batman Dark Knight Rises nominee Best Picture. it better get some like nominees for everything else, like choreography. Not choreography. It's not that good. There's no award for that. Cinematography. That's what I meant. And acting. Michael Caine supporting role. Yeah. So anyway, again, I'll just give it a 40 out of 40. No reason to keep this video going. So anyway, there you go. There's my review, my second opinion / review of The Dark Knight Rises. Definitely better this time because last time I went to go see the whole trilogy and damn, that took a lot out of me before I saw The Dark Knight Rises, and I was a little tired when I saw it, but I still really loved it the first time, and I loved it even more the second time because I wasn't tired, I was energetic and pumped. Yeah, so anyway, there you go. There's my review, second review, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, and goodbye.